How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Ma. Big win at the bridge, not only for Chelsea, but for Arsenal too. We said what we said on Big Six this Thursday. You saw it. You just saw the mob. If you didn't, go watch the highlights. This is not just a big win for you lot. Nah, you lot. Not just the Gremlins, not just the blue side of London. This puts us top for the international break. Not even sure we see second again. And if we don't see second again, remember where it happened. At the bridge. That's where it happened. You're wondering, what's he doing here? Matisse decided to go toilet, so I thought, why keep the Chelsea fans waiting? It's a big win at the bridge. Bounce back. Maresca ball in full flow. The substitutions were substituting. Estevao off the bench. Winner. My Brazilian wonder kid.
Yo!
Today is
what the fuck are you doing in
my
here?
Brazilian.
What are you doing in here, bro? What are you doing in here talking in my mic, in my camera? This is my thing, bro.
Broski.
Move!
I love for the love. Love for the love.
Tapped.
Love for the love.
You're
love
actually
for the
taking
love.
this too far. You're taking this too far, bro.
Chelsea.
Bro, just
Chelsea.
get out.
Chelsea.
Get out.
Chelsea.
Get
Chelsea.
out. This guy.
Chelsea.
Get out.
Chelsea.
Get out. Get out. Come on. This is what we do. Why are we sitting here after a win like that and not talking the most? Let me get that old watch-along squad out here. Chelsea have beaten Liverpool by 2-1. 2-1, last-minute winner from Estevao. I am so happy with this team today. I've got so much praise, so much approvals to hand out. I am honestly ecstatic, and you should be too. Forget all of that nonsense that he said. Forget all of that chat. Forget all the repercussions, all the actions. Remember what we did today. Today was our day. Let's talk. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. The performance today is our best performance of the season. The lineup when it went out, yes. We're asking questions about can Acheampong step up to the plate. You got a lot of criticism against Brighton. Boy, he stepped up. That's one of the best strikers on the planet, remember? He stepped up. Badiashile at the back starting after a good performance midweek. He stepped up. He stepped up. Whether it's ball carrying from Acheampong, man-to-man pressing into midfield, whether it's Badiashile passing out from the back, those little lovely little right-footed clips into the corner where Cucurella plays, those little first time, I know you can pass with your left, but passing with your right. Obviously, there's question marks about, the wing pairing. Maybe could Estevao start? What a performance. Reece James, I thought he was playing in midfield with the way the lineup was kind of written by Chelsea online. It was actually Gusto in there. This team deserved that win so much. That work rate that we saw was absolutely top shelf stuff. A-grade stuff. Elite level work rate, elite level attitude, elite level dedication, concentration to the game. We had so many players in the middle of the pitch, I thought we had a man over. I thought we had 12 guys out there at times. We saw Caicedo. We're going to talk about his goal. Absolutely outstanding. You know how I live and die by this midfield. You know how I ride out into the trenches for this midfield, as I did with Big Six this week. And a lot of people cussing me. Listen, this midfield, when it's at it, Caicedo, what a player. Yeah? Enzo Fernandez worked his arse off today in that midfield. Again, working his arse off and involved in that goal, which we'll get into, the second in particular. Gusto, working his arse off in midfield. It's not my favorite position for him. You know me, I don't really like him inverted or in the 10s and twin 10s, but he was counter-pressing, he was working hard, he was getting involved, he was on it, right? And then obviously, like I said, the back line, really good defending, front line. Neto and Garnacho, the work rate off the ball as well, tracking the fullbacks. And this is probably maybe why he said, you know what, let me leave Estevao the kid as a secret weapon on the bench. Let me go with those guys. And I said, with these guys, with the cap, with the limit that they have on the ball, because they do have it. And I think we saw that at times in this first half where Chelsea are playing brilliantly. Give Liverpool the first 10 minutes. Absolutely. Yeah, Liverpool, they knocked it about. They looked the better team. We had to settle ourselves. Once we did, we were fantastic. But Neto and Garnacho, because there's a cap of what they can do on the ball, when they dribble, when they pass, right? Off the ball movement is there for both. We know that. Crossing from Neto, we know that. But it can be sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But the hard work and graft off the ball was absolutely fantastic. It was top tier. And João Pedro, the only worry and concern in that first half was simply when João Pedro did his great work, did his great hold up, his great link up, there was no one in the box once he played out wide, because he's now playing Roberto Firmino's role at Liverpool. All those years ago in the false nine, he's dropping in, he's making an extra man in midfield. That's fantastic. So now we've got like 4 guys in the middle versus their 3. We've outnumbered them. Every time Isak's dropping deep, man-to-man marking, following him with Acheampong, following him with Badiashile, winning the duel, right? Salah, 1v1 Cucurella, pretty much, for the most part, there's a few moments that we'll get into it, but did a job. You know, James, Gakpo. It's just that we had no one in the box. In that first half, you know, when we're out wide, I think the wide players can do better anyway with the final ball, the final decisions, take their man on more. I think, you know, you should be cooking Bradley more on the booking. You should be cooking Kirkes more. But there was no one in the box anyway, because we have João Pedro dropping in and doing so much different things in different roles. But that performance was so damn good. And this is what Chelsea are capable of. This is what Chelsea are capable of in big games. This is why I said it on Sky Sports this week. It's really frustrating with Chelsea because you know what they're capable of in these big games against the best teams. This is the Premier League champions. These are the favourites for the Premier League, or at least was. Maybe before this fixture, maybe Arsenal will go favourites, right? That's why Turkish is bust up in my room with all chest and starting the video. But at the end of the day, guys, this is what Chelsea are capable of against the very best. In fact, the back fives, the teams that we should beat, that's what we've struggled with. You know, even Man United, back 5, 3 wing back, we're meant to beat them. We don't. Brentford, you know, Palace, we're meant to beat these teams. We struggle when the onus is on us. But PSG, Liverpool, Bayern Munich for the first 60 minutes, we're competing. Then we kind of just fell off, right? Kane, world-class player. Our defenders do bozo things. It happens. Sanchez, so, I'm going to go glass half full today with Sanchez. I always get onto him. He still gives me stress, gives me anxiety. Today, he played some wonderful long-range passes. And we did make a lot of high-risk passes today, whether it was Cucurella looking for the balls in behind for the left winger, get on your bike, Garnacho, get on your bike, Gittins, whether it's Enzo looking for the ball in behind, whether it was Sanchez looking for the long ball over to Garnacho a few times, really good passes. So there was always going to be some bad passes, and there were a couple bad passes where we are playing it into Liverpool. We are playing it into their press, which we, for the most part, did brilliantly with, and that's because Caicedo today, boy, he's so press resistant. He is so well-rounded. He is such a well-rounded midfielder. He is, and I'm going to get onto the goal now. The counter press, the tackling, the intercepting, the receiving of the ball under pressure, turning. Like we saw for the goal, the way he turned McAllister, yeah, gets the ball from Gusto, turns McAllister, puts him in a blender, yeah, puts him in an absolute blender, and leaves him for dead. Fake shot for Van Dijk to start doing that, and then releases that shot into the top corner. Before that, not loads of big chances, not loads of big moments, you could say, where we should have maybe scored. Or, you know, very tight game, very cordial, very cautious for both teams in terms of chances. But I think we deserve to be ahead. What a strike. What a strike from Caicedo. Top corner. That is a world-class strike. This guy only scores bangers. He doesn't score any other goals, just bangers after bangers after bangers, bro. Just so damn good. So damn good. I'm so happy we have this player. I'm so happy that we paid 115 damn million. Because I remember when we were getting into those price points, and yes, it was a lot of money to pay. But you know what? Transformative signing. Transformative signing. Sometimes money talks. We can do the penny pinching. We can do the bargaining. Sometimes money talks. Imagine if we didn't slap that money down for him. Imagine if we wanted to go for the 55 million range or the 40 to 55 million range. We didn't just open our purse strings for whatever reason. Mandatory to spend the billy. Spend it. Cool. That's why you have to sometimes spend the big piece for the big players. Let this be a lesson to Chelsea as well. Don't take this game as a win because, oh, that means everything we're doing is correct. No, take this Caicedo performance and remember that these are the top players that sometimes you got to pay for. These are the top players that we can't afford to miss out on. He is part of the spine. He is part of one of the big players in our team. And we had to pay the money. So don't ever stop. Model or no model, don't ever stop because this is what you have to purchase. This is what you could miss out on if you don't in the future. We've missed out on a few, Elise's, etc. Right? So don't pat yourselves on the back. Also, look where you can improve. Remember top players do top things. Yeah? Oh, man. What a goal. What a goal. That sets the tone, right? That sets the tone. We've taken the lead. You know, Garnacho, he hit the, I think he not maybe didn't hit the post, just flashed wide as well with his shot. That could have gone in. Neto, again, can we get more going into the second half? And then second half, injuries. We already had Tosin out, Fofana out, Colwell out, Delap out, Palmer out, Santos out. Who else? Sterling's out. Mudryk is suspended. The list is endless. We had so many players out. Badiashile goes down after a great performance. Acheampong goes down after a great performance. I'm fearing the worst. But credit to Hato when he came on. There was a moment where he got pressed in this game and he had like 2 men around him and I thought he's going to get dispossessed. This guy dribbled out of the press, carried it and released it. I cannot credit enough the people that came off the bench today as well. Estevao, coming off the bench today. Yes, we rode our luck at times, but we deserved our luck. Salah, cutting in, blazing it high and wide. Salah, cutting in, outside the left boot, Isak header over the bar. You know, Szoboszlai, across goal, doesn't really strike the ball the best. McAllister doesn't really weight his passes. McAllister, disaster class. McAllister, disaster class. Absolutely horrendous performance from McAllister. Shocking performance. If this was one of our guys, it would be in the papers, on the back pages of the papers tomorrow morning on a Monday. So please, it's actually Sunday tomorrow. Monday, 2 days' time, this is how much my head is gone. Just know, terrible performance. Isak, big chance missed. Salah, shocking final third play apart from the playmaking at times, the chance creation with the outside left boot. The shooting was erratic, was absolutely discombobulated. Gakpo, you know? So Liverpool, I don't really know what you're on, but hey-ho, this is a Chelsea video anyway. You know what I mean? That's for Liverpool fans to deal with. For me today, I'm ecstatic with the final third play from Liverpool. McAllister, he's vying with Caicedo for man of the match with Chelsea. Let me know, is it Caicedo man of the match or is it McAllister for Chelsea? Because that was a shocking performance from him. So we rode our luck a couple of times with their final third, but bro, they got their bit of luck because I don't think Isak means that touch. It falls to Gakpo in the box. I don't really want to go too deep on our defenders because I do think they had great games. And it's going to happen. You're going to concede chances to Liverpool. You're going to have those moments where you get away with a few things. But we deserved it. Our work rate deserved it. The way we packed the midfield, the way we tracked back, the way that we dug in, we locked in, even with the adversity, even with the injuries, even with the substitutions, which are going to get to the front three. So they got their bit of luck with that touching and the finish from Gakpo. And then I'm thinking, Ekitike's coming on. Wirtz has come on. Jones is coming on. This is a fully fleshed out, fully fit Liverpool team, bar Alisson. They're bringing on the big guys, the big guns, and we got injuries, and we've had injuries in this game. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe a point, I want to win. And I said it on the watch along the whole, I want to win. And we deserve to win. You saw that second half, the amount of shots we had in comparison to them. But I was like, you know what? I'm just firstly going to praise this performance regardless of if we win, we lose, or we draw. I'm looking at this performance. I'm saying fair play to the boys. So I was like, you know what? If we draw, I'm still got a lot of praise for us, a lot of time for us. We're bringing on Gittins, who we know is raw. We're bringing on Estevao, he's a kid. He's 18. We're bringing on Gu, right? We're taking off João Pedro, who's had a knock the last week. So I understood the sub, even though I didn't like to see it. Medically, maybe we have to understand it. But boy, that front three, when they came on, they just elevated what was going on previously because we wanted more shots. You know, when you play with João Pedro as a 9 and you have Neto and Garnacho, we were speaking about it during, it's almost the Firmino. You need the inside forwards, you need the goals, you need the shooting, you need the box crashing. We didn't get enough of that in the first half. We didn't get enough of that when those two were on. When Gittins comes on, Estevao comes on, they're getting closer to goal. Gittins gets the ball in behind, shoots. Just palmed wide by the keeper. Estevao cuts in, shoots, just saved again by the keeper. Gittins, first touch when Enzo, I think, releases him. It's got to be better. You've got to have a better touch. You could have been 1v1. He gets tackled, I think, by Szoboszlai. Enzo playing some big passes today. One of them crossfield passes. Reece James. But Enzo, reverse pass for Cucurella. Into the box for Estevao, who already set Enzo up with a chance where he should score the header and he hit the post. We deserve this win. We created so many chances. So many opportunities in this game we could have scored. We could have scored more. I was thinking at the end of the game, if we draw this, man, we've actually not capitalized on the chances. We've not capitalized on the great performance. And Estevao at the end with a beautiful, beautiful run into the box for Cucurella's cutback. And there was a few other cutbacks where Gu maybe should get in front of a defender, should be there for Garnacho or whatever, or whoever it was. What a finish. You know, what a finish. Back post, Robertson's not there. 2-1 to Chelsea. Knee slide for Estevao. He announced himself today. We know Estevao's been having his moments. We know Estevao's been going past players, you know, against Lincoln off the bench. We know Estevao's been having good moments against West Ham. Poor decision-making last weekend against Brighton. Should do better here, should do better there, but he's got something to him. But I don't want to over-egg it or put the pressure on the kid because I want him to just assert himself and just take his time. And I don't want to take my expectations and put that on people that aren't necessarily, it's not fair to put it and place it on them. I asked the seniors, I asked the big money boys to do it, you know. But what a finish and what a performance when he came on. This kid, special. I'm not going to do comparisons. I don't want to hear names because I know the names that people, I don't want to hear it. Just, his name is Estevao. When they were trying to say Messinho, when they were trying to say, oh, he's just like Neymar, he's got better stats in Brazil, when even, you know, big up people, oh, is he Hazard, is he, no, he's Estevao. Don't ask me who he is like. Oh, can he catch Jamal? Don't want to hear it. He's Estevao. Call him Estevao. That's what he told you to do, so do it. His name is Estevao. He's not no one else. He is himself. Simple as that. Top impact off the bench. Absolutely top tier. That's what you expect from seasoned vets. Big name players. You know, guys that are established. He does that as a kid. Comes off the bench, changes things. And by the way, the work rate that he showed tracking back as well, top tier. You know, when you're taking off Neto, you're bringing on Estevao, you think you're sacrificing the concentration, the work rate, the due diligence. He still kept tracking back. He still kept working hard. We really deserved that today. That is a top performance. And it makes it a little bit all the more frustrating that we aren't higher up the table, that we aren't closer to the top in terms of points, because that's what we're capable of. That's what we're capable of, guys. But we need to be consistent. Yes, we need to make better decisions. Today, we didn't get anyone sent off. Congratulations. No, this is congratulations. Nobody got sent off. Nobody made massive individual errors. No one made blunders defensively. The manager didn't go mad with the changes, apart from maybe the 3 that came on. But you know what? We needed to freshen up the front line for Garnacho and Neto. I wasn't expecting João Pedro, but it happened. The manager played his part. The team and the work rate and the lack of ego and the dedication to the game, to the win. Look at the limbs at Stamford Bridge at the end. Look at the celebrations. Look at the party atmosphere. I could even see it. I didn't even need the audio. I could feel it. This is what it's about. But we need to be consistent. So don't ask me if we're going back to war, because I know you are thinking it. Don't ask me if we're going back to war. I've sent too many soldiers out to die. I barely got back alive myself. I won't send any more troops out willy-nilly. If you're going back out into the trenches out there on the front line, I wish you the best of luck. Right now, I need Chelsea to play their part. We have already tried to go to war. We've already shouted from the rooftops. We've already tried to over-egg, you know, players that maybe are not ready, but we just say, just step up to the level and do it. Now it's on you to be consistent. You need to go on a run. You need to win games. You need to win week in, week out. And as simple as that. So this is a one-off today. I'm sorry to say it. You want to hear that this can be consistent. You want to hear that this can be every week. But we've got to show it. It's enough talk, more action. We've today in isolation, in a one-off, which we're more than capable of doing against PSG, as we've shown in cup games. That's why maybe I haven't given up on 3 stars and winning domestic cups. But in the league, if you're going to be up there, if you're going to be involved, you've got to be consistent, and that's not what we've done. So 38 games is a journey, and personally, we ain't shown that we're equipped for said journey. But today is a great day. Enjoy this day in isolation. Don't think about the repercussions for the rivals. Don't think about the other factors involved, or just focus on what a performance, what a day, and enjoy it, because this is a great win. And they showed something today. So I'm buzzing, man, and I ain't got much more to say apart from that. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Big up the subs. Big up the manager. Big up the team. Big up the work rate. Big up everybody on that pitch. There's not a single player on that pitch today that didn't leave everything out there. And that's all I can ask. Yeah, the technique, the level can be better out wide. This can be this. But boy, Lavio, when he came on as well, big performances. Big. Guys, smash up the likes. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. In a bit, people. Peace. Come on, Chelsea! Come on.